This is something that you don't want to miss, as XRP CEO Brad Garlinghouse provides an update on XRP, and the token is predicted to soar to $100. Make sure to stay tuned until the end. Welcome to Crypto Live. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about cryptocurrencies. The question of whether Ether is security was raised in a conference by Brad Garlinghouse. However, the SEC refuses to answer that question. Crypto is not regulated according to a narrative currently being pushed out there, particularly by some U.S. government agencies. Furthermore, Brad Garlinghouse reports that Ripple is regulated by FinCEN, while New York DFS registered with the CFTC regulates cryptocurrency. Moreover, the Ripple network goes through a regulated endpoint of a financial institution in each transaction. Further, he stated that every Coinbase account KYC is genuine, but it is initially regulated. Those are not the circumstances we are in today, and a couple of comments he heard a little earlier, for instance, in the U.S. government, took a series of steps to regulate the internet in the 90s. Then, the clarity and certainty created an investment climate that allowed entrepreneurs to raise all kinds of outside capital and build companies. There is clarity and certainty, which was seen by Michael Milken, but they weren't discussing fintech. In reality, what they were saying is that there has to be clarity about the laws. There has to be clarity before investing, regardless of whether you like the project. Garlinghouse argues that what the U.S. is experiencing right now is a lack of clarity, and just saying that nothing is clear as the SEC keeps stating that there is. Meanwhile, even when they are forced to answer the question of whether Ether is security and refuse to answer it, with this, the SEC should be working to grow a massive new industry in the U.S. if it answers the question. In terms of fintech generally, blockchain and crypto are certainly on the radar for Brad, who believes this will do well in the U.S. Brad also mentioned that the UK, Japan, and Singapore all have clearly defined regulatory frameworks. That is why, given their hard work in creating those legal frameworks, has allowed investment capital, which has allowed entrepreneurs that have established themselves in the U.S. to move to other countries in need of greater security. Brad, therefore, believes that adoption has been ahead of what he had expected, and currently, he said that there is an approximate marketplace for digital assets of $2.2 trillion, of which Bitcoin represents 45%. In the end, he didn't believe that there'd be one cryptocurrency with them all, but instead he thought there'd be different use cases and different specialties. And to your point, that's why you already have different platforms in the world, and no one blockchain focused on different use cases. As Ripple is a payments-focused network, XRP is incredibly efficient compared to Bitcoin and other programs that are slow to send payments. However, he believes the adoption of blockchain will continue to grow. Essentially, Ripple is concerned with using blockchain technology to get us started with cross-border transactions. Several of you are aware that there has been talked about how the friction associated with cross-border payments is basically 50 years old, that was there when it was created, and it is not very advanced in light of all the advancements in technology. Thus, Ripple started by using blockchain technology, along with a digital asset named XRP, that is somewhat a native token to the technology industry. Moreover, the purpose is to make cross-border payments very easy, very fast, and very low cost. Also, there are other opportunities besides just what they started with relating to cross-border payments, although that's a very large market. Brad is certainly right that a lot of these things will change over the next 5 years, perhaps even faster than expected. Indeed, there is a lot of energy and youthful curiosity about blockchain, about crypto, that will take place soon, and that will come from the bottom up. Also, Ripple is reputed to have done disrupting the financial industry, which made it somewhat controversial in crypto. As Brad said, he didn't think the banks are going away. They'll still work with them. At that point, a lot of people in the crypto world, right from the banks to the government, were using cryptocurrency. At the same time, he thinks it's great because you see it in both. Also, people that have worked in the industry for decades are very excited about what's happening in their business model. However, he was thinking that any transaction involving a middleman Any transaction that requires someone to calculate trust between security settlements or insurance settlements requires someone to compute trust. Furthermore, he explained that there are lots of transactions and that friction is high. Additionally, he mentioned that he has spoken with an interesting startup that is looking into residential tokenization and using NFT under certain circumstances to transfer ownership of a residence. Typically, it is a known fact that businesses and financial institutions are Ripple's customers. Brad may be approached by some of those customers, and they will say that they see Ripple as a mean to solving other kinds of problems by using blockchains, like the XRP ledger. In addition, he found this one interesting, where real-time payments are gaining traction in countries like India's UPI and Singapore, Thailand, already becoming interconnected so cross-border payments can be made. Additionally, they discuss ways in which those initiatives can be augmented and what existing payment operators will need to do. And there is always an upside to acceleration of the last mile of a transaction for Garlinghouse and the team. In the short term, the cross-border piece is the slowest, the most frictional, and the most expensive one. In other words, if a domestic settlement system is more successful, it moves faster, so it is good for everyone. If you want to settle a transaction using a Sing dollar in India, and you are dealing with India's UPI, you're still dealing with friction between those two. A former Goldman executive says the XRP lawsuit is a phenomenal risk-reward proposition. So XRP has been described as very attractive as an investment following the SEC v. Ripple case. According to Raoul Pal, former head of European hedge fund sales, equities and equity derivatives. YouTube's Thinking Crypto spoke to the current founder of the global macro investor and exponential age asset management about Bitcoin, Ethereum, regulation, metaverse, NFTs, and macro investing. But the best part was the risk-reward ratio related to XRP. He said he bought XRP in 2020 when the SEC suit was filed, and specifically because of it. Why do you think he did this? He said, I bought it for the reason that A, it does have use cases and it is being used, and B, the court case is a phenomenal risk-reward. At the time, a 10 to 1, XRP represented 10 times the risk and reward he thought it would provide. He further stated, it got heavily discounted in the price, and then I looked at it and thought, well, what's it going to do? Fall 100% from here to zero? But if it gets solved, it's 10 times, and I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. Why would you not take a 10 to 1 risk reward that has a catalyst around it? With this, Raoul Pal might have bought XRP in the range of 20 to 50 cents, which is the price range for XRP between the 22nd of December 2020 and early April 2021. And if he purchased XRP at the time of the lawsuit was filed, at current prices, assuming that nothing else has changed in the risk reward, XRP is currently at 90 cents, which provides a positive risk-reward ratio. In addition, investors may still be able to find a buying opportunity according to Raoul Pal's calculations, since his target price may be around $2 and $5 per unit. Some say that SEC versus Ripple was the catalyst for XRP's move, and many investors have been disappointed as a result of the lawsuit. Although there are no signs that a settlement will soon happen, the magistrates Sarah Netburn and Annalisa Torres have been praised by many, including Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. In terms of the court case, Judge Netburn recently allowed both sides to rebrief on the deliberative process privilege. In this regard, the SEC has refused to provide documents about opinions it has formed on BTC, Ethereum, and Ripple that might be of critical importance to its fair notice defense. Moreover, according to John Deaton, the attorney representing XRP holders in 2021, made an anti-crypto statement about the future of the crypto space if Ripple wins, including that only Bitcoin and XRP would be safe. Ripple is also said to continue its uptrend in 2022, with investors ready to break out of a pennant, and it is said that XRP will experience a bull run in 2022. Then, in 2021, XRP price has repeatedly tested the green, ascending trend line that has formed the uptrend support during 2021. Each time the trend line is breached, the sliding simple moving averages are limiting additional upside potential. It may appear that this is bearish, but bulls are patiently buying into the price action as the relative strength index keeps a moderate trend around 50 and has not been dipped into oversold territory. Therefore, I believe that XRP is really going to hit $100 soon. That's all for this video about crypto, and thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on the crypto market, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.